Hi, it's Dr. Parikh, and the focus today is on concept maps. So concept maps don't have their own template in the APA style templates, but there is a folder, and again, if you're watching this in the future, well, everything's in the future, but the further in the future you are, the more likely it is that things get rearranged a little bit, but there are concept map examples. There's no one specific way that I'm looking for a concept map to be. And in the original concept map video that I'm still including in this playlist, I go through more of the process of how to make a concept map. So here I'm just going to show you some of the options. This is made with BubbleUS. You get up to 3 at a time for free, and it's an interesting way to just kind of map things out more visually. One thing that's good about this is that there are source citations, so you can see how many sources are stacking on each topic. The downside is some of the citations have initials in them, which means they're not accurate. You'll also see a lot more repetition in these older examples because at this point I used to require only 3 empirical articles, and then I would add a 4th source in right around the time that the concept map was due. I'm switching to having more sources, but having you do less work to prep each source. I'm doing that to encourage you to use main points from the discussion. I used to be a little more flexible, but I would always say, oh, in future classes, you can't do this. And that just seems like teaching bad habits. So, I mean, it is teaching bad habits. So I've restructured things a bit to make it a little more reasonable for you to get through 6 articles. So this is using an electronic organizer called BubbleUS. And I think there are others that are similar that would work. This person hand wrote, and I'll also point out, when I ask for samples, I ask people if they would like to have their name associated or be anonymous, and then I follow whatever they request. But I don't usually name names in videos. But this person hand wrote some things out. Sometimes that just makes it easier to process information for different people. And it looks like this person might have used different colors for different sources. And you can see some of them, we've got Aro and Pasari and Aro. Sometimes you'll notice that the same authors write multiple articles you have. Sometimes that was on purpose. Sometimes you said, I really like this. I wonder what else this person has written. Other times it's just that it happens when you get to a really specific topic. There tend to be a few people who do a lot of work in that topic, and so you might get the same authors multiple times. So this person wrote things out and just kind of stacked them. Going forward, I would like to see at least 3 sources under each one. I don't think I had that rule in place at this time, but this still shows you a good way that you can do these things. And this person even used arrows, color coding to show which source it was under. You could number them if you wanted, and this person also taped them together. So if sometimes what I find is I usually work well digitally, but when I feel overwhelmed, getting things a little more tactile, whether it's printing out my notes or handwriting new ones, really can help. So this is probably the most simple format. It's just a Google Doc, and this person used color coding to make it obvious which sources are in each one. So here they have 4 ideas under each theme from at least 3 sources. And then this is what you'll see me do in the video. Sorry. Once I'm zoomed in, I can't scroll or it zooms. So here you have, so it looks like this person did the highlighter trick to make it obvious which source each thing was from, then cut everything up, cut the different paraphrases up, and started sorting them to make sure that they weren't getting too many from one source. Again, it shouldn't be as much of an issue now that you've only got 2 paraphrases from most of your sources, but you still want to make sure that you're getting at least 3 sources under each idea. And then this person came up with not just the theme name, but also kind of some keywords and a main idea. And this is not necessary, but it can be really helpful to help you really picture and separate what the different themes are. I will leave you to the original video to emphasize how to go through the process of making a concept map. And I will just reiterate one more time that, the basic process for the paper stays the same, but I do shuffle specific requirements here and there, so make sure you're checking the text of the actual assignment you're completing. Right now, what I'm looking for is at least 3 sources in each main heading. So I'm looking for 2 main headings, and that'll actually be your level 2 headings in your introduction section. You'll see that in your outline, and at least 3 ideas, or at least ideas from at least 3 different sources, to make sure that you're going to have that basic level of integration. Then as you move into the introduction outline, and in the old video you might hear me talk about a literature review outline, I've just changed the terms that I use for things. So for the introduction outline, you'll see it gets broken down even more into specific paragraphs with at least 2 sources each, and then you'll add on topic sentences. So this is just to break up the outlining process, which can be overwhelming, and I walk through how you do that in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.